Alrighty, got another trade recap for you guys. Second video on the channel. Today is December 4th, Thursday, 2025. Ended up catching a W, making 1.334 amongst two accounts. So yeah, let's get right into this video. So starting off on the 4-hour time frame, we ended up kind of having like an hourly AMD setup while also respecting this 4-hour gap that we were talking about yesterday. And also, as you can see here, we tapped in that 50% range, which price did respect about, I'd say, like a month ago, less than a month ago, barely. So yeah, sorry, that was the phone. um so yeah, starting off, let's go back to the 50-minute starting off. But yeah, so going into this displacement, we ended up forming a big 15-minute gap with also a 5-minute gap too. And we also had this not higher time frame, but this hourly OT range marked out. So we hit, so originally, or not originally, but primarily we wanted to see both these ranges get hit. We ended up getting the 15-minute retrace, while also getting a 5-minute retrace of that candle. This candle barely tapping in, wicking it, while sweeping out these 1-minute highs, while also forming, I believe it was 1-minute SMT. So you guys, I'll zoom right in. 1-minute SMT with those highs, as you can see here, with NQ being the lacking asset, and the SMT with ES sweeping out the 1-minute highs. Yeah, so we originally we wanted to wait for, not originally, primarily, sorry, we want to wait for a inverse with a breaker structure that's honestly picture perfect. Ended up entering a few minutes early, a few seconds early, sorry. And since we were kind of already close to the 5-minute candle close, we wanted to see a 5-minute inverse as well, which we could have waited if we were being more conservative. But since we're already displacing kind of heavily, there was no reason. I mean, I guess it was fine for us to enter in just a few seconds early, with us displacing, like, not us displacing, with us closing like right here on the 5-minute candle. So yeah, that was honestly picture perfect. That gave us more confluence as well. Let me just move this. So this was where my original, stop loss was at, and throughout the trade I had marked out, I think it was like right here. It was like right there, something like that, where this got hit, scaled my take profit a little more down, like right there. And then, no, I'm sorry. I think I scaled it down right here. So yeah, I scaled it down right here, sorry, on that first one. And then this second red line was my official break even. So yeah, overall I scaled it down. And then on top of that, we had that 1-minute fair value gap that you can see here. Then we also formed a 5-minute fair value gap, bearish gap. So that kind of gave us more security on our trade as well. We ended up getting some rejection off this 1-minute gap from the AMD setup, if you guys would have caught it. I personally don't like to scalp on the 1-minute. I think I did when I first started trading, and to me it was very low confluence. I kind of like to trade with the overall move of the day, rather than just some little scalp, either from 6:30 to 7 a.m. or from like 7 a.m. to like 7:15. Like, I could have scalped it all the way up until like right here, for example. I could have just been like this, boom, boom, something like that. Okay, 1 1 and 9 8, whatever. But I don't like to. I would rather stay conservative with it. I like to kind of trade with the flow of things. So yeah, that was overall another AMD setup. And I had mentioned we had one on the hourly, which was bearish. Yeah, ended up smacking our break even. Boom, fully break even. Then originally we were targeting this low to get hit. My rule of thumb is I don't want to be a victim of getting bottomed out or topped out and getting an SMT formed right before your take profit. So I'm always very conservative. So my rule of thumb is, all right, I don't essentially like to target this low. I'll even target the body of this candle, and then I'll go even safer and I'll move it up a little bit, a few points more up, just so we can risk not getting topped or bottomed out. So that's kind of my rule of thumb right there. That's pretty much it for the trade recap. ES was kind of on its own planet. As you can see here, we just got all of this sideways action. Even looking on the hourly looks even worse. Look at all this right here. So much It's just cooked. It's essentially it's cooked, and it's surprising because it's from like September to like early November, it was cooking for me. I was trading everything like butter. All my trades were hitting. Most of them were hitting. It was perfect. And now and NQ was the one that was kind of lackluster. It was kind of choppiness for me. It was kind of whatever. Now NQ is flipping, and now it's moving like butter for me, and ES is moving like chopped cheese. So yeah, that's what you guys are getting out from me for that trade. Overall, I guess we can go into tomorrow as well since we're already here. Just kind of remove all this. So I guess what I like to see is price either we can kind of continue going a little bit lower, but since price already tapped into this 1 hour this daily gap, I do want to see us either sorry. I do want to see us either inverse this gap, this far gap that we've been kind of relying off of, not relying off of, but kind of using this past whole week. Either tap back into it again and go lower, and then tap into this equilibrium mark, higher time from OTE range, with also this 4 hour gap lying underneath that price respected twice. So definitely a high area of liquidity for us right there. As you can see how price reacted off of it pretty drastically. We ended up weakening it twice and had some movement up. So definitely want to use that as a higher time frame target. So definitely want to see price displace lower and lower, NQ being the favorite for this week. And then, just catch them longs. Either catch a 15-minute inverse from 6:30 to 7 a.m., 5-minute retrace, or 15-minute inverse, 1-minute retrace. Who knows? Definitely want to take this day by day, week by week, session by session. So that's pretty much all I have. I know I've said that a lot of times already. Sounds repetitive. Sorry. Kind of picked my brain for you guys going into tomorrow, and you guys were able to see that that trade I took this morning. I guess the only thing that could have added confluence to my more confluence, I guess it was A+ setup for me, no doubt. Very A+. We had that 1-minute SMT. We had a 15-minute, 5-minute retrace with OT range retrace. So yeah, definitely the only thing that probably could have been more picture perfect for me is this midnight open tap into. So sorry, I worded that wrong. If we tap into this midnight open price line, and even possibly even this 1800 open, as you can see here, price respected that as well, and this 1800 range, and went lower and lower. So yeah, overall, that's pretty much it. I know I said that a lot already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So it's either going to be a trade recap or market recap, or even a weekly analysis. That's kind of the videos I'm probably going to do, is just those 3 subjects: weekly analysis, trade recap, market recap. For the most part, we're going to be trading from Tuesday through Friday. I like to take Mondays off. I've noticed that I don't really do good on Mondays. Slow beginning of the week. I do tend to see there is setups for me on some Mondays, some weeks, but for the most part, I just like to take it off. I only trade Tuesday through Friday. I'm always in the market Tuesday through Friday every morning. Whether I take a trade depends on what price likes to give me, and if my setup forms. And yeah, enough yapping. That's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.